It's Week 14 of the NFL, and we'll get to see the Eagles' electric quarterback as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Eagles and the Barons, and it's all up next.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Brooklyn Barons and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, our visitors, they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4. Your quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And he's going to be taken down, plus there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. but there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an
And
interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 16 carries, 90 yards.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Shifts past him at the 45. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And taken right at the 35. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And the Eagles at 7-5 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
They'll toss this to Pierce on the right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run the option left. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will make it 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Jackson. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after one. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson. This one completes Alec Pierce. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards that time for number 14. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Second down. Here's an option right. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case.
On second down, here's Mitchell. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Jackson.
That's complete to Pierce.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. Now a draw play. It's Walker, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This one goes underneath to Walker, and they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch, and now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this one is no good. He missed it. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Second and 4. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. He'll drop to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
They'll be in search of their initial points of the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a 1st down. Now it's Jackson.
And he's got Pierce.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Throwing is Jackson.
Delivers another one to Pierce.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson now.
He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
He completes this to Walker.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And that is no good. And they'll remain 2 scores back as this holds at a 9-point advantage.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Azeez Ojulari.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They're going to look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Going for it with Pierce.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the visiting side who had the lead in that one. De'Ami Brown, a good game there. We'll stay in the NFC South as we head to Carolina to check on the Panthers. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. Jalen Hurts, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Devontae Adams, a touchdown reception. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Jackson. Quick slant caught by Pierce. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They go play action with Jackson. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's going to get this down near the 25. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Walker. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And now off to the
races down the right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
So the Eagle offense coming on here as he'll try for 2 points. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Jackson going to run again.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 41, Jackson toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Quentin Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Caught, it's Wilson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Jackson. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Barons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this third quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points and not really with a lot of hope, but with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this is back to an 8-point game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That one goes for 8 yards.
But you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Option play, and it's a handoff to Pierce.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
Fancy footwork at the 45.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now back to throw.
That's underneath to Pierce.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So an interesting decision at this stage of the game to go for it. You think maybe that missed field goal earlier had anything to do with it?
If it did, I'm really surprised, because usually one miss is not enough to alter your game plan. My only thought is maybe he got hurt, or maybe they just understand that it's not his day for some other reason we don't know right now. But in general situations, you run him back out there and let him have another chance.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And Walker has it. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
They'll set up to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw.
Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And this one is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson.
Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce.
3rd and 4. This crowd urging on their defense. They're up and making noise. Now it's Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Jackson's throw caught by Pierce. And Jackson throwing once more. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brian Burns in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is third down and 12. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. Now the ball comes loose. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And out come the Eagles. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The result, a first down as the quick slant gets them 14.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw.
And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 2nd and 6. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw again.
That's again complete to Palmer.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll look to throw again. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score.
McPherson on for the point after.
And the lead is up to 5. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
T.J. Watt coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
On the draw, here's Mitchell.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Returnable here from the 38. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Throw out wide to Walker.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing now is Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's A.J. Cole now
as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line.
So now the Eagles down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. So now the story changes. Trailing by 3 after the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A little over 30 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Jackson. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings out 3rd and 5 now. Here's Jackson. Oh, but he can't get out of bounds. He'll have the 1st down, but he's brought down in play. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Jackson to throw. This for all the marbles.
And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Eagles, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.